What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I am so stoked to finally be sharing everything postpartum. I found watching videos like this were super helpful, so I'm excited to be able to share my experience and kind of what to expect in the hospital, what it's really like giving birth, and then kind of like the aftercare, what happens, and just kind of things that I used that helped me in the whole healing process. Like, are you ever going to feel normal again after giving a birth? Like, all of these things I want to just kind of answer and have in this video for you to be able to go through. I know a lot of things will vary from woman to woman, so I just kind of wanted to share my experience, what I went through. So yeah, let's just hop right in. Okay, so I put everything that I wanted to talk about in this little bag. But yeah, this is like a bag. The hospital does give you like this to bring home, and they normally fill it with like extra underwear, extra pads, and like all the things that you need. They give you like bags because, you know, you have a lot more that you're taking home than you brought in. So I'm gonna kind of break this up into little topics. I wanna first talk about the bathroom and like going to the bathroom postpartum. So let me grab all of my little tools that I use. So these are like the 4 things that I used. I didn't really use these, but I'll just talk about everything. So the first time I went to the bathroom was, of course, after I delivered. It was like 2 hours after. And I had an epidural, so like my little nurse helped me walk over to the bathroom. After we used the bathroom, I got my special, my beautiful, my favorite undies. I love these with my whole entire heart and soul. These were so comfy, and the best thing, I wore these and then my little bralette the entire time in the hospital, because if you watched my video, you know I did not pack a hospital bag, and so I literally wore the hospital gown, this, and my bralette the entire time. Yay me. But yeah, these were awesome. So I would always just wear these and then like a pad in them the entire hospital stay, and then even after the hospital, I would wear these with my pad until I could use really small pads, and then I would just wear normal underwear. I don't have like a visual of how big the hospital pads were, and I used those for I think like the first 3 or 4 days, and then I could switch to normal undies, and then I got a size 5 pad, which was way too big, and they were honestly so big that they like actually started to like irritate my skin, because they were just like, they were ginormous. Okay, I didn't need them that big. I don't know why I got those. I just felt like I needed big pads and I didn't. So I switched to a size 2 probably around like day 5, I think. And so yeah, I was just using that smaller pad. I think I used the brand Always, and that's what I used. And then at around, I actually like wrote it down, it was like November 15th, so pretty close to like 2 weeks, I was on just panty liners. Heavy bleeding for me, it lasted about like 3-4 days, and then I went to like a smaller pad, like a size 5, then I went to the size 2, and then I went to a panty liner by week 2, and that made me feel a lot more normal, that I could just like not have to wear this giant pad. Pads are so uncomfortable. Like, I literally haven't worn a pad since like the 5th grade, so I was just happy to be over that quickly. And I would need to use like a size 2 pad on some days, like if I was doing things that were like making me use a little bit more effort, like lifting his car seat or lifting a stroller into the car, like that type of stuff. Or if I went for a long walk, you know, I would have a little bit more bleeding, and where, you know, I would probably need to use a size 2 instead of just a small panty liner. But yeah, initially you bleed a lot, and it's not something to be like afraid of or like scared of or anything. It's just how it is. Like, you have so much fluid in there when you're pregnant, like that stuff needs to come out, and it's okay. So yeah, you're just kind of always changing your pads. You got your little hospital undies, and it's freaking great. They also gave me this the first time I went to the bathroom. You're supposed to like squirt it down there as you pee. I never squirted warm water down there when I peed, because the second I hit the toilet, I would just pee, and then I would fill this up with warm water, because it's like a process, right? You have to like unscrew it, get the water hot, like put it under the sink, and then like redo it. And then like, how, like you're supposed to hold your pee for that long? Okay, yeah, no. So I literally would just pee and then like rinse with warm water. That worked for me. If you have like itching and burning, then like try to actually have warm water in this. I think that would help you. But like, I didn't have itching or burning when I peed, so that just worked for me. I just would rinse and make sure I got all the blood and stuff away, because I did have stitches. So yeah, I got this the first time I went to the bathroom with my nurse. And then, you know, you guys, it kind of sucks, because it wasn't until 8 p.m. until I got these two. Okay, I gave birth at like 5 a.m. and I didn't get these till 8 p.m. that day. I guess I wasn't in enough pain to like ask for these or whatever. Yeah, it was like 8. I was trying to fall asleep and I couldn't, and I kept like saying it's fine, like the pain will go away, the pain will go away. And I was just like trying to not be bothered by the pain I was having. But the epidural had finally like officially worn off. I was feeling like everything down there, and it had been a long day. Like I was up and moving so much, you guys, because there were so many guests and I had to go to the bathroom, and then I had to feed him, and then he had his things that we need to walk to, and then give him a bath. So like I feel like I was moving so much, and then we moved rooms. So like I think at 8 p.m. my body like was like, okay, it's time to hurt now. And I wasn't on like any meds or anything. So I finally like called my nurse, and I hated to be a bother, but I was like, dude, I need some help because it freaking hurts down here. So she brought me Dermaplast and these witch hazel pads. And she was like surprised that I didn't have them already. She's like, oh, well, aren't you using your Dermaplast? I'm like, no one gave me Dermaplast. And she's like, oh, shoot. Like, yeah, I could tell she felt like really bad that no one had like given me these. So yeah, I got this Dermaplast. And Dermaplast, this is like, it like relieves pain. I think it helps with itching, and it pretty much just numbs everything down there. So every time after I'd go to the bathroom, I would just spray this to help everything stay nice down there and not hurt as bad. And then these are witch hazel pads, which I did not like, and I did not really use them. They're just like these little pads, and you would just like put these in your like underwear up right against your, oh my gosh, they even like smell kind of weird. You just put those like on your pad, lining them, and they're supposed to help with like itching and burning. I did not have itching or burning, so I didn't need those, and I really did not like them. I hated using them because they would just like get stuck, and oh, I hated them. Like I was not about it. I just used my undies, a pad, Dermablast, and then I would spray the bottle of water when I would pee. So that was my bathroom self-care from the get-go until the end. I did use an ice pack that first night that I was hurting, and it was great. They like wrapped the ice pack in a diaper, and I like put it down there, and it felt so good. But that's the only time I used an ice pack. I know a lot of women love ice packs. I know a lot of women love the witch hazel pads. I was not about the both of those. They just kind of caused more irritation for me and like uncomfortable, because then like I can't move, and I'm such like an active busybody that like I want to move, and so like I just didn't really like it that much. Just my personal opinion. Okay, now I'm going to talk about like breastfeeding, nipple care, all that stuff. Sorry if you hate that word, nipple. I hate it, so yeah. Okay, so I chose to breastfeed. It worked out. He latched. Breastfeeding was a go-go. Very excited and grateful for that. So I bought this nipple cream, and then I also got the same brand of boob pads or nipple, I don't know what they're called. I like hardly used any of this. Oh my gosh, I wish they came in like smaller tubes or something, but it was nice to have. I don't feel like my nipples were that tender. Maybe for the first couple of days as he's like learning to latch, but I didn't have any like bleeding or like crazy scabs or anything, which is so nice. But this definitely did help when they were sore. So nice to just like kind of put something on them. Like the first, I think it was like day 2, they were really sore and really tender for like the initial latch, and then it was fine. But seriously, the key, if you get a good latch, like it doesn't hurt. I used a full box of 60, so that means that I used the nipple pads for a full month. So like 4 weeks after breastfeeding, I feel like I leaked. And then I was given some of these because I didn't want to buy a new box because I felt like I was on the tail end. So maybe 4, maybe 5 weeks my boobs were leaking. After that, I have not had to deal with leaky boobs. But I will show you like what these look like. So it's just like this little pad thing that you put like against your bra, like on the inside obviously, and it just helps that you're not leaking. I'm going to talk about other painful things. I would have to say sitting is extremely painful postpartum. Like having so much pressure like down there hurts, you guys. Like I had to sit like on my side or like lay down because just sitting puts so much pressure on that area and you don't even think about it. But oh my gosh, like I just remember like sitting during breastfeeding, and sometimes I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so uncomfortable. Another painful thing is, oh my gosh, when you're breastfeeding, your uterus is contracting. That hurts, you guys. Oh my gosh, that hurt. I'd say for the first week of everything, just expect everything to be harder. Expect things to hurt, expect you to be uncomfortable, you're in pain, you're leaking, you're bleeding. The first week, just it takes you a week to get used to it to be okay. After the first like 2 or 3 days though, things are better, okay? Things are a lot better, but it takes about that whole first week until you're like, okay, I've got this, like things are okay, I'm feeling normal. At least for me, that's when I started to feel more normal, was after that first week. Kind of an update now on postpartum. I'm 11 weeks. I have like weird symptoms when I breastfeed. I get nauseous almost every time when I breastfeed. It's not like serious, but I do get like pretty nauseous, so I'm always drinking water when I breastfeed. And then my armpit always itches. I don't know why. I just read that that was a thing, that like you can get nauseous when you're breastfeeding and your armpit can itch. So I'm like, okay, good, like I'm not crazy, but that was like the weirdest thing that I was experiencing. I'm like, man, I always feel so like sick and nauseous when I'm breastfeeding, like I'm fine. And then he starts eating and I'm like, whoo, I feel like lightheaded and weird. So I just always like try to eat or have a lot of water while I'm doing that, and that's really helped with that. The armpit itching, I don't know, that's really weird and random, but I'm glad. It's apparently like the hormone oxytocin that like causes those things to happen in you, so whatever. That is weird, and I feel like that's unique to me because I've never heard anybody talk about that before, but that is part of my now postpartum. Yeah. Oh, eating during postpartum. Let me just say, you guys, I only wanted baked goods. Like I only ate baked goods for the first like 6 weeks of postpartum. That's the like only thing that sounded good. I would also just make the same like recipe. Like we had meatballs and rice like almost every single day. I know that sounds weird, but it's like stroganoff meatballs and rice. So good, but literally I ate that like every day. And then I would just have cookies, bread, pumpkin pie, pumpkin muffins, pumpkin crunch cake. Oh my gosh, literally a pumpkin crunch cake like every freaking day of my life. So I just had a lot of baked goods because that's what sounded good to me postpartum. And you know what? I didn't care. Whatever I could eat was good enough for me and baby. It helped me be healthy. You know, any food is good food. I ate so many cinnamon rolls. Oh my gosh, just everything baked goods. That is what I was eating. That's what I was craving. And then at about 6 weeks, I was like, okay, it's time to like start trying to eat a little bit better. So I'm on that train of eating a little bit better, and that's what I'm working on. I drink a ton of water. I'm always thirsty. I'm always thirsty. Like I'm thirsty right now. Oh my gosh, where's my water? I feel like my exhaustion is now catching up to me. Like I'm week 11 and starting to get really tired some days. Like I went to sleep at 7:30 last night and I felt great, but the exhaustion is definitely getting to me. I think that's pretty much it. So I do want to say that for the first 6 weeks, I completely gave myself space. I gave myself the mental capacity to just be where I was. I did not worry about my weight. I did not worry about what I was eating. I did not worry about anything, but just making sure the baby was okay. I was eating, I was taking showers, like I was taken care of, and this baby was taken care of. That is all I really worried about. And then once I hit 6 weeks, I kind of started to try and slowly get back to, you know, normal and, you know, try to get into a routine, try to eat better foods. But honestly, for the first 6 weeks, I did whatever the heck I wanted, okay? Take your time, do what you need to. If you need longer than 6 weeks to just kind of give yourself some space, some room to just be you and exist, take it. And just try to enjoy all those fresh moments as much as you can, even though you are experiencing some pretty ridiculous and hard things after giving birth. Like, I don't think I give myself enough grace a lot of times, like, that I went through this. But yeah, I really just want to end this video with, like, you will feel normal again, even if you don't right now, or if you're worried about giving birth later and, like, feeling like a washed up rag. Like, you will get back to a good normal. You will be able to walk again and sit and enjoy the good things of life again. So don't worry, good times are coming. You can just get through this. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!